Well, 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 well. We are here. It's Thursday. It's match day. It is game day today, and I'm excited. I'm excited because finally Manchester United gets to play a league game, and finally we can actually know what these players are actually made of. Because let's be honest, we have a whole bunch of 007 agents, the same players that were able to put in a performance versus Liverpool and then a performance versus the Arsenal. Like, we need that type of energy. And matter of fact, today's show is focusing on Ruben Amorim's message to Manchester United fans. Yes, he has a special message that he wrote. And, it's kind of important to kind of take a little bit of a moment, a breather first, and say, oh, yeah, when was Ruben Amorim appointed? He was appointed on the 1st of November, 2024. And he actually began his role at the club as head coach on November 11th. So where are we right now? A little bit past January 11th. So he's had November, the whole month of November, December 11th, and today is January 16th. So he's had 3/11s. And or rather 3 months, let's just say. And that means, we can take a second and say this is actually the Ruben Amorim project is going in a good direction. One thing for sure that I can give my manager right now is props and say that his big game preparation seems to be solid. He deserves some flowers for that. Now, when it comes to the little games, we have to figure out who is the fraud here. And I think the evidence has been there the last couple of seasons. We know the players are the actual fraudulent people. So I want to first of all just say Southampton versus Manchester United is a true test. It's a real test for us to know where exactly we are as a club. And Ruben mentioned that, he's going to learn a lot more about these players today than the last two games, which is kind of crazy because you'd expect somebody to give you stuff to learn about them in the hard tests. But when it becomes the easy tests, these guys can have a banana skin. So anyway, I hope you hit the like button and let's talk about it. Let's talk about this Ruben Amorim's message. I'm trying to do a 30-minute show today. So, here we go. Let's get it going. Football Power Hour. I'll start off first with a couple of comments that are interesting to hear from Ruben Amorim, that he said in the embargoed section of the presser. He said things like, it's impossible to win the league with a team that does not run. You can do a starting lineup with the best players on the planet without running. They also won't win. We have to run like mad dogs. Here we go. Ruben Amorim gets it. There is two people I trust in this whole universe. It's my mother and Ruben Amorim. Why? Ruben, prior to us playing Arsenal in the presser, he said, listen, we've been working on set pieces. We have been working on set pieces. And for the most part, especially in the first half versus Arsenal, we nullified the set pieces. This is the team, by the way, that is known to be Set Piece FC this year. Matter of fact, before I I have to say this on the Set Piece FC point of view. There's this guy, former Man United legend, Gary Neville. He's talking about Nicolas Jover, who is the set piece coach for Arsenal. If you don't know him, I think you I think you will actually know this face because you know how Jason Tyndall, the guy who is the assistant to Eddie Howe, always goes for the handshake when Eddie Howe, like, is shaking the hand of the opposition manager. That's always been the trend, and we've seen that happen so many times. It's documented. Sometimes he shakes the opposition manager's hand before Eddie Howe gets to shake his hand. Talking about people that love to get into the spotlight. This guy right here, you can find him in the spotlight as well. Every time Arsenal take a corner, you will see his face. I'm talking about this guy right here. And what's crazy is, obviously, we know Arsenal has scored the most goals from set pieces in the league. Arsenal has actually also made themselves like, a team that can score from open play. And that's probably because they don't have a striker, a real striker. They have a false player. But the reason why I bring up this Nicolas Jove and Gary Neville conversation is because of what Gary Neville had to say. And I want to just touch on it first before we go to Ruben Amorim's message. Gary Neville said this: I called him the most annoying man in football. Do you know something? I'm cementing my position. I'm doubling down. He's talking about Nicolas Jove. He says, it's offending me every week. I'm going to say this really calmly. I think he's overreaching his importance. If a goalkeeper makes a good save, I don't see the goalkeeping coach on the edge of the touchline. I don't see the other coaches going up and getting the glory for it. The manager is at the front. He can't communicate from 50 yards away to players who know what they're doing. I think he's overreaching his importance. I genuinely believe that. This is Gary Neville talking about Arsenal's set-piece coach. He says this guy is overreaching by standing by the touchline. Because sometimes he does shout things like, he can tell a player, like, listen, drop back, Or like, it's funny because it's almost NFL-like. It's like he has a play and he calls a play, which is the thing that for me is baffling, But hey, he's been successful so far, so props to him. But this is what also Gary Neville went on to say. I see goalkeeper coaches and brilliant coaches who work on other aspects of the game. I don't see them pointing to themselves and overreaching that importance. Now, question is Gary Neville overreaching with this comment? Is Gary Neville going to extreme lengths by just saying, oh, listen, this guy should not be standing by the touchline? What's that got to do with you, Gary Neville? If Nicolas Jove is doing a good job and he wants to get some screen time, let the brother get his screen time. He deserves it. That's where I stand on this. I don't understand what Gary Neville's like. What is he pissed off about? Why are you offended? Let's use our speed wisely as players feel what you do, says Lucky. Big up Lucky in the building. Big up to Stephanie in the building. Says Paul, 30 likes or road to 3K subscribers. Come on, man. Let's get to 3K subscribers sometime this year, please. But anyway, back to the topic. Is like, what is Gary Neville's issue? I don't understand the qualm with Gary Neville. Honestly speaking, I need to just, maybe somebody can help me see it differently. But why does it bother you who's standing in the Arsenal touchline? That's my saying on that. He wants everybody to be working remote. Like, this is not like you can work on Zoom. Let Arsenal be, man. It's harassment what Gary Neville is doing in the form of punditry, if you ask me. Especially the person that should have a say on this is Mikel Arteta. Everybody else, sit down. Let me know if I'm not reading the room here, because Gary Neville is so opinionated that I don't understand. Why is it Nicolas Jove's fault that the camera pans to him? He's just there to do his job. It seems to me like if Gary Neville wasn't Destiny's Child, he'd be like, why does Beyonce get to be in the middle all the time? Man, you the backup dancer. Do your backup dancer job. Period. And matter of fact, Mikel Arteta gets more screen time than Jove. It's just a little bit funny to me that the cameraman wants us to see exactly what's going on behind the scenes. And I appreciate that from somebody that like watches from a neutral standpoint. Well, from a biased standpoint, because I always want Arsenal to lose. But I don't understand what he's being offended by. And maybe I'm not reading the situation right, but you know, Mikel Arteta, I think, has said this on record that if a coach has some important information to pass on to the team, he has no problem with them doing that. So Gary Neville, sit down, get out of here, and let Nicolas Jove do his job. That is my stance on this. There's no need for jealousy here. Like what? It's, it would be different if like Nicolas Jove was like, interviewed and he said something about Gary Neville. But for me, it's straightforward, fam. Gary Neville lost me at the fact that he's being offended by Nicolas Jove. Anyway, enough on Mr. Neville. That's all I have to say on that one. If you're seeing this in retrospect, let me know your thoughts on it. Pandit telling manager way he should do it, right? If last time I checked, Gary Neville did not do well in being a manager. So why is it important for you to tell other managers how to do that job? I'm with Lucky on this one. Thank you, Lucky, for saying that. Because at the end of the day, you be a pundit, fam. That's all you are, And I don't want to be insulting my Manchester United legend, but like he gives me no room here, Anyway, enough on that. Let's go to the match program message from Ruben Amorim. When you're not privileged to watch the Man United game, sometimes you don't get to see the heartfelt message that sometimes a manager can write in the match program, and you miss out on all of that. The only interaction as a fan that you get with the manager is the post-match presser, the match presser, and then there's like one interview that they do right, as the manager is walking in and the players are walking in, and that's about it. So I am now going to read out the message that's in the match program from Ruben Amorim, because I started reading it and I was like, you know what? This manager is my manager. Big up to Alien Tenor in the house. Neville laughs like a girl. Yo, I don't know about that one. I don't think I've heard Gary Neville laughing, He's always like, looks like he's so angry at things in the world. Maybe I'm misinterpreting his resting face, but to me, Gary Neville, I can never, ever, ever see. I don't think I've heard him laugh, ever. Has he laughed before on camera? I don't know. I doubt it. Let me know. I want to see a clip of Gary Neville laughing if anybody has it. Like he says, I want us to focus on little bit speed, use our energy on the field. That's why Ugarte, Malacia, Anthony Dos Santos I would start. Okay, Lucky, we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about Ruben Amorim and his lovely message. He says, in the last 2 games, I've seen a lot more of what I expect from my team. 100%. They surprised me. I didn't really expect that type of performance, especially versus Liverpool. I'll be honest. He says, Ruben went on to say, our football still needs to improve, and there's a long way to go before we play the way this group is truly capable of. But in terms of fighting spirit, heart, and desire, we've seen the real Manchester United in the last 2 games. We had no choice but to stop this run of results. And to do that, as I said before, our trip to Liverpool and Arsenal, We had to show courage and aggression all over the pitch. And that's exactly what all the players involved did. It's kind of crazy because I feel like Ruben is having an 11, that is not necessarily his starting 11, but it's his trusted 11. And because of what he's talking about right now, the aggression, the courage, all that was shown all over the pitch versus two very, 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 very successful teams in terms of league table right now. I wouldn't call Arsenal successful at all, but you get what I'm saying in terms of the fact that they're higher than us in the table. So Ruben went on to say, last weekend the boys had to play an hour at Arsenal with a player down, but they pulled together, fought for each other and for their club, and in the end they got the result that they deserve. Let's not forget they played an extra 30 minutes, so that definitely has to have its toll, especially on the players that I call the trusted 11. So I'm expecting him to mix things up a little bit. That is why I want to come back to your comment, Lucky, after we get through this. I think it's 3 more paragraphs and then it's the end. So Ruben said, over the last month we've been to the Etihad Stadium. Great result, by the way. We saw Pep Guardiola. Did he drink water that day? I think he did. It was Ruben. Ruben versus Pep is very, very interesting because he beat him at Sporting and then also got to beat him in a space of like 2 months to get 2 wins versus Pep Guardiola. It takes a special kind of manager, you know. Wait, hold on, stop the show. It's Alien Tenno's birthday. Come on now. Happy birthday, Peter. Happy birthday, Peter. Happy birthday, Alien Tenno. Happy birthday to you. Oh no, I didn't know it was your birthday. I missed that in the I missed that. I missed that on the thing on the chat. My apologies. Doctor and Luen in the building. Doctor is currently waiting her trial. I don't think the trial should happen today, Doctor. Today you just showed up for your summons. That's all that it is. You should tell them, listen, I need a proper judge. I don't need no like this issue was taken to the Supreme Court. You showed up and you deserve some clemency for that. They need to understand that you did not run away from your court date. Matter of fact, I was there for that part of the show where Joe said, Doctor, if you're listening, I'm posting the link in the chat for you. And then you showed up. So respect to that, I want to make sure you make sure that the reckless jury hears that point of view, and also that will add to your case. I think they have forgotten. I don't think they're forgotten. I don't think they're forgotten. Well, they haven't even played the video. Previous is so confused. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a cliffhanger. They need to. I try to message Joe and say, listen, today's not the day. I don't think today is the day. But anyway, let's continue with our Ruben Amorim's comments. By the way, big up to anybody that's tuning in. Kindly hit the like button if you just joined in. Wish Alien Tenno a birthday, a super duper birthday, because he's one of our own. He said, I think he's turning 17 years old. Yeah. He is younger than Ganacho. Incredible. So big up to Alien Tenno. The way he acts, he is. Anyway, so Ruben went on to say, right, we over the last month we have been to the Etihad Stadium, Anfield, and the Emirates Stadium, 3 of the toughest places to play in the country, and we have taken positive lessons from each one. To do that requires quality and character, but now it is about showing that in every game, whoever the opponent is, right, we have to show that in every single game. Oh, they're playing the clip. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Doctor. Listen, should we you see, I'm trying to make this a 30-minute show, Doctor. Like, should we look at them playing the clip? That'll be a live stream of another stream. Okay, let's try.
Go a little bit before that.
Which treble?
Sure.
Go back a bit, Joe.
All right, here we go. Oh, there you go.
Favorite memory post Fergie in Man United.
Obviously, for me, it's a treble, isn't it?
Sure, nothing beats a treble. That's true.
Which treble? The 99 one or the 08?
Kick her out. Just
Oh my god.
She's an Arsenal fan. One more time.
In Man United.
obviously, for me, it's a treble, isn't it?
Sure, nothing beats a treble. That's true.
Which treble? The 99 one or the 08?
Kick her out.
You said it with
Just kick
chest,
her
you
out
know.
for that.
What's this chest?
You say
I
what?
was confused.
Hey, before we jump,
Doctor, can
we ask her what treble was in 08? That's what I want to know.
what trophy? That's what I was gonna say the same thing. Abs.
I know we won 2. I'm gonna stop. Go on.
We won the FA Cup and the Champions League, okay?
No.
In 2008.
Hey, no.
Oh, sorry, the Premier League and the Champions League.
Hold on. Another one.
We didn't win the FA Cup.
Wait. Sorry.
That's chaos right there. Doctor, good luck with that. I think you can say that because the years are so close. He said 1999 and 08. I actually just heard it for the first time right now. Alien Genesis Travel Whiskey in 08. Right? Just blame it on a brain fart. Just say, I had studied a lot that day. And that's what I would say, Doctor. Like, I don't know what defense you're going to come up with. But shout out to Georgie in the building. Me and Lou, man. Tata OnlyFans collaboration. Wait, is this OnlyFans? OF. Yeah, OF. I swear OF stands for OnlyFans. Right? Or overlap football. I don't know. I don't know, Georgie, what you're talking about, but big up to the preview. Share the link for the people that are interested, but yeah. It's not looking good for the doctor. She's on trial right now while she's able to be on this show, which is, I don't know how she pulls it off, but big up H Don in the building as well. Happy Thursday. Kindly don't forget to hit the like button. They clipped my doctor. This is nasty work. Doctor, just say you didn't label the medication and then you took some when you thought it was a painkiller and it was like, one of those like brain. I don't know what you're gonna say. Just give them like a medical term. They will believe you because not everybody is in the medical field and as smart as you. So it is what it is, Oh, just use the treble whiskey excuse. That's all I can say. That's the advice I can give you right now. Anyway, let's go back to our message and finish up what Ruben Amorim was saying, right? He talked about going to the Emirates, Etihad, and Anfield, and he says now to do that it requires quality and character. Doctor is medicating trebles. I know, it's crazy. So as we welcome Ivan Juric and Southampton to Old Trafford tonight, we must show the same level of commitment and desire that we saw for over 120 minutes against Arsenal on Sunday. That's please, that I beg. This team has a way to take one step forward and 3 steps back. But today we have an opportunity to put one foot in front of the other foot and build on what has happened versus Arsenal on Sunday. So please follow what Ruben Amorim is saying, Manchester United players. Big up to Franco in the building, says hello. Franco is watching from Twitch. I appreciate you, Franco, for being here. Kindly, share the link with somebody, anybody that has Twitch and wants to also join in on that family. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've started the gaming chapter of my streaming journey. And if you want to, support that, please, 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 go to Twitch and follow. You tried, give them a tough, medical term. I promise you it'll work. Anyway, so Ruben finished his statement by saying there is a lot of work to do, and we must show that we're capable of producing those levels of pain and effort on a regular basis. 100%. The last paragraph says, finally, I must pay tribute to our supporters. At Arsenal, I was very impressed with our yarding on a Sunday afternoon away from Manchester, and the fans were magnificent throughout the game. Big up to all the fans, all the Man United fans that played as the that substituted Dallo basically when Dallo was sent off, because at the end of the day, their character and spirit and emotion and energy helped propel the team to make sure that they deny Set Piece FC from scoring again. And that was incredible. I really, really, really cannot tell you guys. Because I did not watch that game live, I actually watched it 2.5 times. The third time, and also the highlights, I watched it 2.5 times. Like I stopped on the third time I was trying to watch it because the first half was actually dead, let's be honest, but all the drama was in the second half and in extra time, so, and in penalties, of course. So big shout out to that performance and the Man United players for giving us a Netflix movie in the form of football. I really enjoyed it, watching it, watching the replay. So anyway, Ruben commends the fans again, say they went above and beyond that job, just like the players. And when everyone works so hard for the same goal, you can see the rewards it can bring. That's how it should always be. All together, always giving that all. This is Ruben Amorim. This guy deserves a proper like salute and applause. So hit the like button for Ruben Amorim's sake. If you haven't hit it yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Yo, big up to Connie in the building. Says, bro, you've been live. Yes. Unfortunately, my schedule is a little tight today, so I had to drop out of the other stream to make sure that I have some content for today. Otherwise, I would have not done it. I normally wouldn't have done that, but I wanted to stand on trial with a doctor and try and help. Big up to Bath Time in the building. Says, Papi, I'm having a medical and they've stolen all my blood. Please, Bath Time, don't joke like that. Let's hope that you're okay, though. I hope the reason you're having a medical is like just a regular checkup or routine checkup, or by stolen all your blood, you mean what, you were donating blood or what? Because we have a doctor in our community who can also give you a second opinion, by the way. United always support is definitely the 12th man. Good job, because we were down to 10. 100%, Stephanie. I think Ruben here, like, his words were incredible. If you're just joining in the show, we've been reading Ruben Amorim's message in the match program to the Man United fans, and mamma mia, he has amazing words to share. And like it's pretty much like a heartfelt letter to Man United fans. And I'm not gonna go back and read it again. You can go back to the early part of the stream if you're interested in hearing what Ruben Amorim says to the fans. But this is exactly what I'm expecting today. I'm expecting some rotation. I'm expecting to see the same sort of courage, the same sort of aggression, the exact level of passion, all those elements that Ruben has mentioned in the letter we need to see them applied. Big up to Ikaheng in the building. Shout out to Nero, says, what's up, Jamaican pop? When did I become Jamaican pop? Oh, because I was playing with my Jamaican brothers last night. Big up to anybody that tuned in to the FIFA Pro Club stream. That's like my other community right there. I have like a whole family of brothers from the Caribbean that like I play with, and I've been doing that for a long time, for years. So yeah, I'm just explaining that. Anyway, big up to Kenny in the building as well. I want to go back to the point that Lucky brought up earlier on, that he says he wants to see Anthony, Malacia, Ugarte. Ugarte, I agree with you. Anthony, I'm not so sure. Anthony Dos Santos. But let's be honest, Ruben Amorim has been, having some sort of like cold treatment to definitely Casemiro. Anthony did get, I think the last time I saw Anthony playing was versus Newcastle. And maybe you're onto something here, Lucky, by saying the manager should start him. Because at the end of the day, we have players that ran for their lives. They literally applied themselves versus Arsenal, and even the substitutes as well. They were working overtime trying to fill in the void. So I think there will obviously be some changes. He's not going to play the exact same squad that faced Arsenal, but I'm expecting a little bit of rotation. Guys, there's almost 21 people in here. Kindly hit the like button, please. The moment you get here, do the right thing and hit the like button. It's free. This content right now is free. This moment that we're sharing right now is free. So, if you don't like free things, I don't know. If you like free content, the small price you can pay is just hitting a like button. It helps the channel grow. Shout out to Joe Blackman in the building as well. Yo. And big up to Preem. They just had a show, and I believe it just finished. So we got some 007 agents in the house. Salutations to Meta Basa in the building. Chris here, leaving my like and best wishes. Yo, I'm sorry about the game versus Arsenal. I was rooting for your team. Meta Basa also supports Spurs, by the way. So yeah. Prayers for Spurs, mate. Your team was doing so well until you just decided to capitulate. The Spurs innate gene kicked in and they couldn't hold on to that lead. I was so mad when I just saw Arsenal score that set piece and the camera panned again to Nicolas Jove, who we talked about at the beginning of the stream. I'm really curious what you think about this, by the way. We talked about him and what Gary Neville had to say about him. Basically, Gary Neville is offended by the camera panning to Nicolas Jove every single time Arsenal get a set piece. Is Gary Neville reaching with this? Is Gary Neville, does he have a point? I want to know what you think, because this face, I believe it's not going to be the last time we see it. This man right here should be the one who's actually getting the job when Arteta gets fired, in my opinion. Anyway, as I was talking about the rotation that Ruben Amorim, give him Arteta's salary. Yo, right? You might as well. The rotation that I'm hoping to see for me, because Dallo is obviously suspended. We talked a little bit about this in yesterday's preview, but I'd like to see Mazarawi on the right and Malacia on the left wing back. And then from there, what the manager should do is that start Malacia on left wing back and then Mazraoui on the right. And then we know Malacia cannot play a full 90 right now. By the 60th minute, you do what you did when Dallo got sent off. You pretty much put Mazraoui on left wing back and you put in Ahmad and make him play right wing back. And that would be the way I would tactically handle this game if I was Ruben Amorim. The midfield, I'd pretty much leave it the same, even though I have a feeling that Casemiro being frozen out and depreciating as a player does not benefit anybody. If anything, he'll become more and more disgruntled, and he'll become the angry grandpa that can easily cause unrest, because we all know Casemiro's partner, she likes to post the trophies, and this can easily become a whole brand new saga if Ruben Amorim just stays quiet and doesn't play him at all. I honestly cannot remember the last time I saw Casemiro wearing a Man United shirt when ever since Ruben came in. I'm sure he's played before, maybe one appearance, but he needs to use all that energy he's been saving. Of course, he's very different from Ugarte, because Ugarte is so mobile and covers every blade of grass. Casemiro needs to figure out how to use his brain and his experience, and not necessarily run around and chase the ball, but make sure you block the most dangerous passing lanes, and make sure you use your anticipation as a footballer who's experienced. Casemiro, you can't just be collecting money and depreciating in a Man United squad. I am not with that. So he has to find a way into the team. If it's one of those things where we got to just play 60 minutes, I wouldn't be mad at that. But the pairing that I would consider would be, obviously Maino is fresh. Keep Maino in there, and maybe put Casemiro in the double pivot. And I'd obviously advocate for Lenny Yoro getting a start, and also De Ligt and what's his name? This guy. I want to see this guy play. And now I get so excited about him, by the way. I don't know if you guys know his name, but he's a Man United center back that has transformed his life and transformed his status in the team. I honestly have a lot of respect for him. I gotta show you what I'm talking about. Just bear with me, because his picture is loading, and I think it will be worth the wait if you see what I'm talking about. This guy here. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you top red Lord Sir Magdini. This is who I want to see. I cannot wait. Harry Maguire. Yes, you guessed it right. You guessed it right. This is the guy who, guys, the way he's transformed his life, you have to be inspired by his story. If you're looking for a little lift in 2025, just channel your inner Maguire, because hey, I did not make that picture, but I had to share it with the community. Harry Maldini. Magadini. Anyway, and then obviously, as I mentioned up top, I'd love to have Joshua Zirkzee in there. I think he deserves to continue his form, and Captain Magnifico, as well as start Garnacho first, and then bringing Ahmad. Like, as I said, bring in Ahmad, and then the moment you take out Malacia, you pull Ahmad down to right wing back. So there's a lot of tactical management, creative tactical management that Ruben Amorim has to do today, and I'll be watching that with a curious eye. I hope you guys are excited as I am, and I am going to give my score prediction, because yesterday I listened to everybody's prediction and didn't give mine, and I think we are going to win with a convincing 3-0 victory. Come on, United. Let's go, Reds. Let's go. Ruben's Red Army is here to mop the floor with the Saints. The Saints today shall be heathens. And I put it out there. Not 9-0. Yo, didn't we do that with Oli? Oh boy. Why, folks? Why are you gonna do this? Why are you gonna do this? Nah, 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. No, Bucks, please do not make me nah. 9. If we get 9, we have to pay respect to Bucks. 9-0, fam. I will be on cloud 9. Just like that, I want to remind you, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit it. And I have to make my moves right now. And I appreciate you for being here. Peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I'll see you in the watch along. I'm gonna make all effort to be there for the watch along today. So peace. And yeah, don't be a heathen. Hit the like button. Football Power Hour. Tomorrow is Joe's birthday. Today is Alien Tenno's birthday. Happy birthday, Vandem. Happy birthday, my brothers.